U.S. Senate, Freedmen's Bureau Acts of 1865 and 1866 Part 2. A little more than a month later, President Lincoln was assassinated, and Vice President Andrew Johnson, who would repeatedly clash with radical Republicans in the House and Senate, assumed the presidency. While the act creating the Freedmen's Bureau was a considerable legislative accomplishment, it limited the agency's operation to just 1 year after the end of the Civil War. On January 5, 1866, Illinois Senator Lyman Trumbull introduced a bill to extend the provisions of the Freedmen's Bureau Act by removing an expiration date and encompassing freedmen and refugees everywhere in the United States, not just in the ex-Confederate states. His bill also expanded the power of military governors to enforce provisions to protect African Americans and define the organization of interim governments in the South under conditions prescribed by Congress. For nearly 3 weeks the Senate debated the bill and on January 25, approved it by a vote of 37 to 10. After House approval, the bill went to the President's desk on February 13. Supporters of the legislation, including Lyman Trumbull, believed President Andrew Johnson would sign the bill, so they were shocked when he sent the bill back to the Senate on February 19 with a veto message. Johnson's stated reasons for opposing the legislation were similar to the arguments made by the measure's opponents in the House and Senate. It was unnecessary to extend the original legislation, it infringed on states' rights, it gave the federal government an unprecedented role in providing aid to a specific group of people at the exclusion of others, and it was expensive. Johnson had resisted all congressionally driven Reconstruction programs and denounced those who stood opposed to the restoration of the Union. He viewed the Southern states as fully restored and thus entitled to enjoy their constitutional rights as members of the Union. Democrats and moderate Republicans supported the president's position, and a vote to override the veto the next day failed to gain the necessary two-thirds vote. The issue floundered until May, when a more moderate House bill to extend the Freedmen's Bureau was proposed. This final bill gained approval by both the House and the Senate and went to the President on July 3. Again, President Johnson vetoed the bill. This time, however, both the Senate and the House mustered the two-thirds majorities necessary to override the veto. The Freedmen's Bureau Act of 1866 became law on July 16, extending the work of the agency for 2 more years.